Hi there, welcome. Today we're going to be doing something a little similar, something you've seen a little bit of before, but maybe you wanted to keep up to date with all the shenanigans I like to pull on account of tomfoolery, perhaps shenaniganery, and, might I say, befuddlement. Today I've spanned the entire city, crossed into the deep, dark Barnes & Noble, crossed into the comic stores, crossed into that's it. But no, seriously, today's book haul is mainly Barnes & Noble, and my favorite comic store had a massive sale, so I came out with quite a bit. And first up on that docket is Fairy Tail Volume 1. Now, if you haven't heard of Fairy Tail, it is one of the more popular animes out there. I started watching it not too long ago. It is about this young gentleman and this young gentleman, aka alright, so right here we've got Natsu, we've got Lucy Heartphilia. It's crazy how I remember the girl, right? And who can we attribute the cat? I know it's so... As soon as I said happy, didn't even need to see it, it's happy. Like Gilmore, like the Spider-Man one, Jon Favreau. Fairy Tail is a very fun series. It's been a while since I've watched it. I've got an on and off relationship with anime as a whole, but especially Fairy Tail. I watched the whole first season, binged through it, and it's like a long season. It has over 50 episodes. And then the second season, I binged like the first quarter of it a year after I binged the first season. And I have not gone back to it since. I really need to catch up. I really wish there was just something out there where it's like, here's where you left off. Maybe there's something there. Anyway, the wicked side of wizardry. I know a lot of my friends know this, but if I was to ever get a tattoo, I would love for it to be a fairy tale tattoo. Anyway, let's read this summary. Cute girl wizard Lucy wants to join the Fairy Tail, a club for the most powerful wizards, but instead her ambitions land her in the clutches of a gang of an unsavory pirates led by a devious magician. Her only hope is Natsu, a strange boy she happens to meet on her travels. Natsu's not your typical hero. He gets motion sickness, eats like a pig, and his best friend is a talking cat, Happy. With friends like this, is Lucy better off with her enemies? Wow. And there's the little fairy tale insignia that if I ever got a tattoo, it would definitely be that. But I absolutely hate needles, so no thank you. Next, we've got Fairy Tail Volume 2. Here we've got Natsu in the corner pouting a little bit. We've got Lucy looking like she's been on a shopping spree. And Happy, who is big time into Lucy. The Book of Secrets, okay. Beautiful celestial wizard Lucy has teamed up with the crazy fire wizard Natsu and his bizarre flying cat, Happy. Their job to steal a book from the notorious Duke Everlew. But the eccentric Everlew has killed wizards before, and Lucy's team is walking right into his death trap. This is by Hiro Makishima. Hiro Makishima. That's F-A-I R Y T A I L. I don't know how I started to lag behind, but we got through it. I'm really excited to get into these two books, and I'm extremely excited that they had both issue 1 and 2. If you're into manga, you'll know that sometimes it is very hard to get like all the issues at one time. Like, one of the issues I'm having right now is I could find Persona 5 Volume 1 at Barnes & Noble. I could find Volume 1 of Persona 3. But I can't find Persona 4 Volume 1 is not there, which means I have to order it online. It's not hard to get it, it's just sometimes you like to just go into the store and get in the whole atmosphere, you know? There's just something different about walking into a Barnes & Noble. Anyway, we got on to Ruby, one of my most anticipated watches in the anime genre. Ruby is an acronym that stands for Red, White, Blue. I feel like Red, White, Black, Yellow. I knew as soon as I said blue it was wrong. And right here we've got Ruby. And on the back we've got Weiss, Blake, and let me try to figure this out. Whomst is yellow? Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang. There we go. There's always something so cool about seeing anime like that, just like that little bend, and then you see all the art going down. Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang are students at Beacon Academy learning to protect the world of Remnant from the fearsome Grimm. I own most of the seasons to this show. There's actually like a season 1 through 5 edition that I got, and then I bought 6, and I think I still have to get 7 and 8, but first I have to get more watch hours into it before I go buying that. Okay, next we get to American manga, and how do I know that? Because it's reading left to right. And this is STARWARS, Star Wars. The Legend of Luke Skywalker, the manga. Luke Skywalker, question mark. I thought he was a myth. Ray. Who is Luke Skywalker? Across the galaxies, many have heard his name, but few have met the legendary Jedi. There are those who call him a merciless war criminal. Others say he's not even a human, but a droid. Whether he's a man or myth, all those who claim they've encountered the elusive Skywalker have an unforgettable adventure to share. Let's look at the names. Akira Fukuyama. Whoa. Akira Fukaya. Got ahead of myself there. Takashi Kisaki. And those are the writers and artists, I believe, for the Starship Graveyard. I Droid by Haruchi. Butchered that one. The Tale of Lugubrious Mott by Saburo Arasaka. That's a cyberpunk flashback right there, hardcore. And Big Inside by Akira Himekawa. I had you in the first half, not gonna lie. It is definitely weird to see this and then see this, because this is reading right to left, this is reading left to right. And just look how weird that is. I have to flip it around and go like that. Always strange. Now, we get into our book. The High Republic is the fresh start Star Wars has been waiting for. Cinema blend. This here is Star Wars, The High Republic, Path of Vengeance by Gavin Scott. Scotty. Alright, let's read this back a little, then we'll get into the summary. 1 hour, she said, thrusting the weapon back into Marta's hands. We'll meet in the secondary hold. You need to prepare for every environment. Nights are dark on Jeddah. It's the moon of light. It's a moon filled with pilgrims who won't take kindly to what you have to say. Not we. You. What about the chowder? Yana turned and stalked from the chapel without... I gotta stop there, hold on. That's big facts. What about the chowder? Yana turned and stalked from the chapel without looking back. Maybe later. Marta knew she didn't mean it, even as the door switched shut and she was left alone. No, not alone. Not anymore. She'll see, Marta said aloud. She'll see how wrong she is. Jeddah will listen. They will all see the truth. They will see the truth, Femo repeated, standing behind her. His once vibrant skin was now chalky and white, his voice like gravel crunched underfoot. The Force will be free. The Force will be free, Marta agreed. Sounds very interesting, especially since Yana up here says, what about the chowder? That is vital to all of us. What about? Alright, let's read the summary real quick. That was just like a little excerpt from the book. Cousins Marta and Yana Rowe both belong to the Path of the Open Hand. Oh, no, but could not be more different. The path, led by a charismatic woman called the Mother, believes the Force must not be used anymore, especially the Jedi. Marta embraces the Path's vision, while Yana remains skeptical, and when a Path mission to the pilgrim moon of Jeddah erupts in violence, the two cousins find themselves more at odds than ever before. Blaming the Jedi for the devastation on Jeddah and determined to prove she deserves her place in the Path, Marta joined the perilous expedition to the fabled Planet X in search of more mysterious creatures like the Leveler to use against the Jedi. The planet appears to be a paradise but hides horrors beneath the surface. Alright. Yana, for her part, finds herself forming an alliance with the last person she would ever have guessed, the Herald, the father of Yana's dead lover. The two will have to gradually work together in order to wrest the Path from the Mother's hands. Two young women at the heart of the Path, bound by blood but driven apart by faith, will face a crossroads where they choose not only their own fates, but that of the galaxies. I got Alright. We have one last book, and I saved the biggest book for last. And it's actually still wrapped up. It's very heavy, I would say crisp 10 pounds minimum. And that is Star Wars Rise of the Sith. And right there you can see how thick it actually is. Star Wars Rise of the Sith by Marvel. And this is an omnibus, which basically means there's a bunch of comics inside this that all follow the rise of the Sith. A shadow falls across the galaxy. Centuries of peace and prosperity for the Republic are drawing to a close as the Jedi Knights are shaken by a disturbance in the Force. A great evil is stirring and nothing will ever be the same. Iconic characters such as Jedi Masters Mace Windu, Yoda, and Qui-Gon Jinn, young Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi, the teenage Queen Padme Amidala, the lethal warrior Darth Maul, and a young boy named Anakin Skywalker star in tales set in a pivotal era of Star Wars, climaxing with the shocking events of the Phantom Menace. I, for one, am super excited to get into this. This was not cheap, but luckily they had a really good sale on it. I still almost didn't get it because of the price, but I figured I had to. Also, there's tons of comic issues basically in this. You'd think they're usually $4, and this was $120. So times $4 times 30, and you get 120. It's just, when it's all up front, it's a lot harder of a pill to swallow. But that is it for this book haul. I'm sure there will be many more. That wasn't a bad idea I had about, the whole catching up with series thing. There's got to be something out there. So if you want some content like that, let me know. Maybe I'll get into it. Maybe I'll get into it anyway. But if that would be helpful to you, let me know down in the comments. This is ASMR Scotty. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.